Hello everyone. On behalf of Furt Collective, we'd like to thank you for purchasing the Object Wipe Transition Pack. We're confident you're going to enjoy using it. In this tutorial, I'll demonstrate 3 different transitions, starting with a simple one and gradually moving to more advanced setups. Object Wipe transitions require a bit more setup than standard ones, but the process is still very easy and the results are absolutely worth it. So, let's get started. I've already created a timeline in Davinci Resolve with 2 clips inside. Let's now import the transition pack. Here, you can see all the available transitions. To view them properly, we recommend changing the viewer background to checkerboard. To do that, click the Timeline Settings button up here and set the viewer background to checkerboard. Perfect. Now we're ready to begin. Step 1. Set up the clips. To apply the transition correctly, you need to place your 2 video clips on separate layers. The clip that leads into the transition should go on top. The clip that will be revealed should go on the bottom. Then, drag in the transition you want to use. I'll choose this one for our first example. Place it above both layers. You can delete the audio track from the transition. We won't need it. Step 2. Adjust the speed. It's important that both clips overlap for the full duration of the transition. If they don't, it won't look right. Next, let's set the speed of the transition. By default, we've provided the transitions at a slower speed, so you have the flexibility to adjust them in post. Right-click on the transition clip and choose Change Clip Speed. For this one, I'll set it to 130%. Now, move the transition to the right position between your clips. Step 3. Masking in the color page. Select the top video layer and go to the color page. If the transition isn't visible in the preview, make sure the highlight button is enabled. Then make sure you've selected the top clip. Right-click in the node area and choose Add Alpha Output. Connect the blue square from your node to the blue dot on the right. This allows us to mask with transparency. Go to the Window tab. Move the playhead to the middle of the transition and choose the pen tool. It's the 4th icon. If you're already familiar with masking in Resolve, feel free to use your own technique. But if you're new to this, I recommend following this method. It might not make full sense yet, but it will when we get to more complex transitions. Step 4. Create and animate the mask. While you're on the top clip, in the middle of the transition, use 4 points to create a square mask. Then go to the right side and open the keyframe editor. Click the keyframe icon for the node you're using. In this case, it's corrector 1. Now, slightly move one of the mask points to create your first keyframe. Start moving backward using the left arrow key on your keyboard. For simple transitions, I suggest keyframing every 4 frames. For more complex ones, every 2. So, move back 4 frames. Hold Shift, select the left side points of the mask, and move them toward the center of the wipe. Repeat this process every 4 frames until the mask covers the entire video. Next, go back to the middle frame and start keyframing the other side. Move forward this time using the right arrow key. Shift select the left side points and repeat the same steps. Double check your keyframes and motion, and your first object wipe transition is ready. About 90% of the transitions in this pack follow this exact process. Only a few are slightly more advanced. So now, let's move on and take a look at one of those. I've created a second timeline with 2 new clips. Now, I'll repeat the same process we covered earlier. This time, I'll select a different transition, drag and drop it onto the timeline. Delete the audio track. Choose your desired speed. Then, go to the color page. Add the alpha output and connect it to the node. Now, select the pen mask tool. Find a good spot in the middle of the transition to begin masking. Since this transition moves in the opposite direction, we'll also start the mask from the opposite side. The shape here is a little more complex than before, so I'll add more points to the mask, and I'll move the points one by one. Follow the same process. Move back 4 frames at a time, adjust the points, then go forward and repeat on the other side until the animation is complete. And that's it. The transition is done. The last example is the most complex of the 3, but it's still very easy and quick to create. While I'm talking, I'll show the process and fast forward. This time, I'll use a slightly different method. I'll create a larger mask, move the entire shape, and make small adjustments to the keyframes as needed. Of course, you can use this method, or any method you prefer. There are only 5 other transitions in this pack with the same complexity level. All the others are much simpler. Keep in mind, transitions in this pack are essentially video layers. That means you can treat them like any other clip. You can flip them to change direction, color grade them to better match your footage, and finally, we recommend adding sound effects to enhance the impact. Have fun with your new transitions. We'd love to see what you create with them. Feel free to send us your results. Also, since this is our first product, we'd really appreciate your feedback. And if you have any suggestions for transitions you'd like to see in version 2 of this pack, let us know. Take care.